Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul, aka Baby Yolo, and this video we're breaking down everything you need to know about The Mandalorian. This is going to get you fully caught up for Season 2, and obviously there will be heavy spoilers here, so if you still think you have time to catch up before it starts next week, then I highly recommend that you turn off now. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up, as this is the way we know you enjoyed the video, and make sure you subscribe as the force will be with you always. With all those crap puns out the way, thank you for clicking this. Now let's get into the recap. Okay, so The Mandalorian is set 5 years after the Return of the Jedi, and we discover that the rebellion have had a lot of difficulty when it comes to restabilising order amongst the galaxy. Because of this, there's a sort of power vacuum that exists, and several imperial forces that wish to step up and seize control once more. You can sort of see the pieces forming here that would go on to play a big part in The Force Awakens, and we join Dynjarring as he's given a task that ends up becoming intrinsically linked to his fate. Dynjarring is also known as the Mandalorian, and we discover throughout the season that he was actually rescued by the Creed when he was a child, and since then has joined their ranks. In his childhood, Din's family and home were wiped out by separatist forces, and thus he's grown a dislike for droids. However, he's still experienced a lot as part of the Mandalorians, and grew up travelling the galaxy as part of their forces. This is referred to as being a foundling, and Din is completely loyal to the Creed, refusing to even remove his helmet in front of anyone. I bet it smells like Jabba's arsehole under there, but on Navarro, he's given a job by a high-ranking member of the Imperial forces, who's only ever called the Client. This involves travelling to Avala 7 and picking up a target, which we discover is Baby Yoda. On the planet, he meets an Ugnaught named Queel, and also another bounty hunter droid named IG-11, who Mando ends up shooting in order to save Baby Yoda from being executed. Now we learn very little about Baby Yoda, and truth be told, he should actually be referred to as the child, but hey, the name's stuck, and I refuse to take back all those memes. Jump to episode 2, and after Jawas dismantle parts of Mando's ship, Queel helps the character to strike up a deal with them, and the entry revolves primarily around Mando getting the egg of a mudhorn so that the Jawas can party like it's 4,999. Mando is nearly killed by the mudhorn, but Baby Yoda uses its force powers to save him, and that's when he becomes attached to the child, curious to learn about its mystical ways. All fan theory, yeah? It Jedi mind tricked him into ruining his life. Anyway, Mando returns to the Client with the child, and he's paid in Beskar steel, which he uses to upgrade his armor. Mando has a change of heart though, and decides not to abandon Baby Yoda to his fate, and thus he returns to the Imperial hideout and rescues the child, busting out some amazing weapons in the process. However, because he went back on the deal that he had, he's now been ostracized by the Bounty Hunters Guild, and they attempt to go after him. Mando is saved by his own clan, and when escaping he comes face to face with his handler, Greef Karga, who Mando ends up shooting in order to get away. Karga survives this, but Mando's Creed is not so lucky, and we later learn that the majority of them were hunted and killed because of this betrayal, but we'll get into that more in just a bit. From here, Mando and Baby Yoda travel to Sorgan, which is where they meet an ex-rebel shock trooper named Beep Bop Boop. Sorry, Cara Dune. She and Mando end up working together in order to save a group of farmers on the planet, and it's probably one of my favourite episodes in the season. Now together, they train the locals up and fight off a group of Klatooinians that have commandeered an ATST. Or a chicken walker, as I used to call them. But hey, the ATs, they were the best, weren't they? Now Mando decides to leave the child with the peaceful Sorgan farmers. However, he realises that he's still being tracked when a bounty hunter arrives and attempts to shoot the child. Cara manages to kill this bounty hunter, but Mando is quickly hunted by more and more of them, which is when we jump over to episode 5 and see him being tracked by one. Mando manages to take the hunter out in a battle across the stars, but this badly damages his craft, and thus he's forced to land on Tatooine. Needing credits to repair his ship, he heads out to the land of scum and villainy, and ends up getting a job with a rookie bounty hunter who's known as Toro. Together, the pair go on the hunt for an assassin who's called Fennec Shand, and they manage to capture her, but Toro double-crosses Mando after realising how much Baby Yoda is worth. Toro captures the child and holds it hostage, but Mando kills him, and we get a tease of someone finding Fennec's body in the desert. Now we don't know exactly who this is yet, but chances are Season 2 will tell us that. Spoiler alert though, it's Boba Fett. Anyway, at this point, Mando is just trying to get by, and he seeks out a job from a man named Ran, who Mando used to be friends with. Their job is to rescue a prisoner from a ship, and along with Ran's hand-selected crew, Mando and Co sneak onto the vessel. Upon freeing the prisoner, Mando realizes it's a double cross, and that the target is actually an old enemy. They lock Mando in the cell, but he escapes and hunts them down one by one in what is one of the best moments in the entire season. Now Mando returns to Ran in order to get payment, and he departs the ship just as they're about to fire upon him. However, at the last second, X-Wings arrive, and it's revealed that Mando actually led them there. This takes us into episode 7, in which Mando realizes that he's going to constantly be on the run unless he tackles the problem head on. He teams up with Queel, Cara Dune, and even IG-11 in order to stop the Bounty Hunters Guild from following them by cutting off the contract at its source, and they journey to Navarro in order to trick the Imperial forces. They meet Karga to make sure that the deal seems more legitimate, and we learn that since Mando left the planet, the Imperials have ravaged it, wiping out pretty much all of the Mandalorian forces. Now Karga plans to double cross Mando, but after they're attacked by Minox, Baby Yoda heals him and he has a change of heart. The group send Baby Yoda back with Queel, and the main crew head out with Karga now on their side. Thus, he does a double triple cross, I think, and he kills his own men and betrays the client on top of this. I have no idea if that's right. Anyway, in comes Moff Gideon, who has his forces shoot up the client's lair, which kills the villain in the process. He also sends some scout troopers out to get Baby Yoda, and they kill Queel, which ends the episode on a really sad note. Now, I'm not crying, look. The troopers can't shoot for Ish, and luckily IG-11 arrives and saves the child before storming the village where the Moff is holding Mando and Co in the crosshairs. Moff Gideon knows all the ins and outs of Mando's past, including his real name, and this is where we learn that he was instrumental in several attacks, including ones on Mandalore, which gave him access to the Darksaber. After a nail-biting battle, Mando is badly wounded, and he refuses to accept medical aid due to the rules of the Mandalorians. Cara and Karga go on without him, but he removes his helmet to show his face to IG-11, who's able to tend to his wounds. Maybe droids aren't all that bad. The group then head through the lair of the Mandalorians, and here they come face to face with the Armorer, who we learn survived the onslaught. She gives Mando the task of reuniting Baby Yoda with the Jedi, and this will likely become the driving force of Season 2. The Armorer gives Mando a jetpack, and the team use a barge to sail through the caverns that litter the planet. Imperial forces surround the entrance, and IG-11 sacrifices himself so that the group can get out. Everything looks like it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows until Moff Gideon arrives in his TIE fighter and attempts to kill the group, which almost ruins the franchise more than The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker for that matter. Now, with Mando's new jetpack, he attacks the vessel and manages to bring it down, seemingly killing them off in the process. Chalk one up for the good guys, and we watch as Mando heads off into space with Baby Yoda at his side and a brand new mission. Whatever it takes, he will reunite with his people and become the best damn space dad in the entire universe. However, in the closing shots of the show, we witness Gideon cutting his way out of his TIE fighter using the Darksaber. Gideon clearly isn't happy at how things have turned out and will likely be hot on the heels of Mando as we head into the second season. Anyway, you should be fully caught up now for that, and obviously I'd love to hear how hyped you are to see it next week. Make sure you comment below and let me know, and if you enjoyed this video and want something else to watch, then definitely check out our breakdown of the finale of Lovecraft Country. We go over the last episode and discuss everything you need to know, so it's definitely worth checking out if you want to know more. Don't forget, we're also giving away 3 copies of the Marvel Phase 1 box set, and all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is like the video, make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and drop a comment below. The winner is going to be chosen at random on the 30th of October, so make sure you get involved. If you want to support the channel and get to see content early, then please consider clicking the join button below. You can also come chat to us on a Discord server linked in the description, or at Heavy Spoilers on Twitter. Thanks for making it until the end of the video. You've been the best. I've been Paul, aka Baby Yolo. I'm sorry, that was terrible. I'll see you next time, yeah? Take care. Peace.